On this edition of Lexington Now, Lexington's 4th of July Festival, One Lexington, and Fireflies. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of May 24th, 2021. Lexington's 4th of July festivities took another step toward pre-pandemic normalcy. Mayor Gorton announced this year's activities in a press conference this past Friday.
The past 15 months, Lexington and, of course, all of our country has gone through a really tough time fighting against COVID-19 and the pandemic. And I'm really very proud of our preparation for the virus and the response of our community to reduce the spread of COVID-19. All of us have worked very hard, and Lexington has done a great job. And just to announce the great news we had yesterday relating to this, Lexington has fully vaccinated 150,000 of its residents. That is a big deal. And we are all really happy about that. We have almost vaccinated half of our residents fully. So today we have even more great news. There will be fireworks in Lexington on the 4th of July. Last year, due to the public health restrictions, it wasn't easy to put on our display, but we did it. And it was a great way to celebrate something during a time when we were constantly having to say no to things. And this year, we are coming back with an even larger 4th of July and events, thanks in part to the support of R.J. Corman. The city started its new partnership with the company in 2019 to bring the high-flying fireworks display back to downtown. And Corman makes this possible by providing a location to launch the fireworks. On July 3rd, we can all look up and again see a beautiful patriotic fireworks show lighting up the sky. I want to invite everyone to get your family, drive downtown, park for free at the Central Bank parking lot off High Street. Bring a chair, bring your snacks, and have fun watching the fireworks.
Now behind me is the Central Kentucky Rail Yard, which provides an important link to logistics and supply chains for businesses in and around Lexington and throughout Central Kentucky. Now, of course, this year, like Mayor Gorton just said, it's going to provide a secondary important location, and that's the use of our facility to launch the fireworks here on the 4th of July, or for the 4th of July celebration. So I just want to state we love being part of this community. I think it's critical that businesses give back to the community. We appreciate the opportunity that you've given us to do that. So I want to thank Mayor Gorton, thank you. I want to thank Councilmember McKern, thank you. I want to thank the City of Lexington, thank you, and the Parks and Recreation Department, thank you. This past year, 15 months, 18 months, it seems like a decade, has been very difficult for everybody. Proud of the city for the vaccination record. That's amazing. I'm excited about the 4th of July. We're excited to have a safe and a happy 4th of July. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We will have an in-person and a virtual Bluegrass 10,000 this year, and the fun run. Those are also on July the 3rd. The race, which is celebrating its 45th year, is open to all ages and abilities. And this year, to welcome participants to the finish line, we'll have the Bryan Station and the Frederick Douglass High School marching bands. they'll play a variety of music in sort of a mini patriotic concert. And there are more details and registration on lexingtonky.gov. So we have a lot to celebrate. We're coming out of a pandemic, thank goodness, and can once again start seeing our friends and family enjoying cookouts and all sorts of activities that we remember pre-pandemic.
One Lexington has a new leader. Divine Karama was announced as the new director of the anti-violence organization at a press event.
I am very proud to have right beside me and to announce that Divine Karama is joining my administration and will be the new director of One Lexington. Divine's career is hard to contain on a resume, but his focus is clear, and that is young people.
That's right.
Through a variety of programs and initiatives, he reaches out to young people and helps them build successful lives. His outreach takes many forms: through hip-hop, teaching, poetry, community engagement, volunteer work, community service, and more. He encourages collaboration and improvement within underserved areas of our community. As we all know, like many cities across the country, Lexington has seen increased violence this year, often involving our young people. This violence is often preventable. We have the community resources to help, and we need to intensify our efforts to reach out to these young people. Working with community partners, many of whom are in this room right now, and divisions throughout government, Divine is going to help us do that.
Pretty much what sums up my life is just intersection, community. When I think about my mother, who was living in the housing projects on Thomas Street, she always tells us stories about my father living on the couch of his cousins when they met and they started dating. To see him go from the couch and my mother go from the housing projects to Fox Harbor Drive, not with high education in a formal sense, but just through hard work and community. I learned intersection and community at such a young age. I was a young father. I had 2 children out of wedlock at a very young age, just struggling, trying to make it all work, working 2 jobs, even doing some things my mom would be too proud about, trying to make ends meet. And that's when I met Judge Wise. That's when I met David Cozart. They invited me to some fatherhood picnic 14 years ago. I was like, I'll go out and get some free food. But it was in that relationship through First Baptist Bracktown, meeting David Cozart, meeting Judge Wise, meeting all of these people within our community that became resources for me and Jada. And again, intersection, community was changing my life. Even as a hip-hop artist, traveling around, performing, being a motivational speaker. Last year, walking across the state of Kentucky to raise voter awareness. But the most memorable part of that journey was going to Eastern Kentucky and talking to people who do not look like me, may never vote like me, have different values than me. But in those conversations, we focused on the things that we had in common. We were able to have a conversation. We were able to learn from one another. And again, intersection, community is what has changed my life. I use this metaphor a lot when I'm speaking to young people, and I always tell them, I grew up, I'm an 80s baby. So I remember when Joe Montana beat my Bengals. I remember the John Elways and Warren Moons, and I love the Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady's, and there's a lot of great quarterbacks, but I've never seen a quarterback hike the ball to himself, block for himself, and then throw an 80-yard touchdown pass to himself. In order for a football team to be great, you have to have a lot of different players with different skill sets, different personalities, different backgrounds, and when they master and do what God created them to do, and then they come together, that's what makes a team great. And I don't know, I'm a little optimistic, but I just feel like that is the literal definition of one Lexington. That if we all do what we're supposed to do, whether it's the officers on the beat, whether it's the judges in the courtroom, whether it's my mother, whether it is me as a hip hop artist, right? If we all do what we do best and we come together, that's what'll make Lexington great. And one thing I can promise you, and I've told the mayor this face to face, is I may not get it all right. I don't know everything, but one thing I can promise you, I promise to be a bridge between the resources that we have and the voiceless, and I promise to give it my all, and I promise to keep God first. I've been getting questions whether I'm gonna continue with my hip hop career. Yes, all right. So with that said, I'm just blessed to be in this position. I'm blessed to be able to work with some of these wonderful individuals in a formal capacity. And I just look forward to making our community safer and keeping it safe. So thank you all, and God bless.
Fireflies when we return. Welcome back to Lexington Now. Parks and Recreation has a fun new activity planned for the whole family, watching fireflies. Stephen Rogers explains.
Our Firefly viewing party on June the 5th and June the 12th is really just an opportunity for people to come out and focus on seeing the fireflies that we have here at McConnell Springs. Central Kentucky, we have a great population of fireflies, so you can be driving through the country, you can be around a wooded area right on the edge and see hundreds of fireflies come out in the evening time during the summer. And McConnell Springs is no exception to that. So we have a great opportunity right from our education center to see hundreds of fireflies literally rise up out of the grass in the evening and go through their display where they're trying to attract a mate using their bioluminescence. So it's a great opportunity for people to see that. It's almost like you're walking through Christmas lights in the middle of June. It's really cool. The program's free, and really we want people to come out and learn a little bit about fireflies. So we're going to be talking about what they're going to be doing before you start to see this display, and then you'll start to see them actually rise up, and hopefully people can understand what they're seeing once they see fireflies and how they interact with each other. It's a good family-friendly event, so it's a good opportunity to bring kids out. They can run around, enjoy the park, and then everybody can experience the fireflies on their own. I just hope that a lot of people come out and experience it. Things are getting better. People have an opportunity to come to programs like this again, so we're really excited to have an opportunity for people to come out, see the fireflies. Be sure to register on our website. If you go on lexingtonky.gov and search for McConnell Springs, then you can go to our registration page, and it'll be an easy link. You just create an account if you don't have one already, and it's a free program. You just have to register to let us know how many people will be coming in your party. So you can park in our education center parking lot. The gates will be open. So we'll have the gates open for the event, and you can park right in the parking lot, walk in through our education center under the covered picnic area, and we'll have signage up and kind of direct people where to go from there, the best spots to try to see the fireflies. But you can see them pretty much throughout the park. It's really cool. It's a great experience. It's a very weather dependent event. So fireflies, if there's some heavy rain, heavy winds, anything like that, insects just aren't going to be out because they can't fly. So it's a very weather dependent event. So I'll check our social media just to make sure if the weather's going to be bad, we would have to cancel. And then of course in 2020, because of COVID restrictions, we couldn't have the program then. So the weather hasn't cooperated with us in the past. And then of course, due to other circumstances, we couldn't have the program last year. So we're hoping for good weather this year. That's why we have at least 2 scheduled so that we can hope to have good weather one of those evenings so that people can experience the opportunity to see the fireflies. From personal experience, seeing the fireflies here at McConnell Springs, it really is like you're walking through a well-lit Christmas light display when they're really in their peak and they're full in the middle of the summer. So you could be seeing right in front of you hundreds of fireflies that are communicating back and forth and lighting periodically. It's a really cool experience. You can call the park here at McConnell Springs, so we can answer questions you have. It's 225-4073. You can check lexingtonky.gov on the McConnell Springs page. We have our friends group that has a URL of mcconnellsprings.org, and so great resources for all the information about the park, or any one of those sources.
You can find all the park's information you need on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. Every summer, parents struggle to find activities to keep their kids busy and out of trouble. That's where the Partners for Youth Summer I Do list comes in. Angie Green-Hampton tells us what it is.
It started in 2012, and just a part of Partners for Youth is because, due to youth violence and things that's going on around the city, we want to showcase, just some positive activities that give kids, opportunity to participate in. So that's how it actually started. IDO stands for Identifying Opportunities, Developing Relationships, and Organizing Partnerships. So we work with different organizations throughout the city to provide positive youth programming. So that's how it came about. And we just wanted the parents and families out there to know that, hey, there's a lot of positive activities for your youth out there. So this is our way of providing that by developing these lists during the fall, spring, and school year. The Summer I Do, since we have so many program providers that provide positive youth programming during the summer, spring, and fall, we are concentrating now on our Summer I Do program. And that's where they send us, a list of activities that they provide throughout the summer. And we compile this list and we distribute it to all of our community partners and organizations throughout the city. Most of the programs that are in the list, some of them start in May, right after school starts. Some of them start in June, but they have anywhere from mentoring programs for young girls. They have male mentoring programs. They have sports activities, arts activities. So it just depends on the organizations. There's organizations like the Lexington Living Arts and Science Center, the Carnegie Center. We have community centers through Parks and Recreation that offers activities. Partners for Youth, we do our Adopt a Park program in the summer at Cardinal Valley. So the YMCA offers outdoor camps. So it's just programs all over the city. They have dance, activities, arts and crafts, cultural activities, all kinds of things that's going on. So it just depends on the organization and what activities they're offering. It starts out with free programs. We have free and affordable programs. If they're not affordable, most of these opportunities they offer scholarships. So so we'd like to provide as many opportunities for them to participate. So, and they're really, really, really affordable. So it starts out with the free programs, and then it goes from programs from $1 to $99, and then it goes from programs $100 or more. But most of these programs do offer scholarships. So that's the most important thing. We just love to create partnerships, and we love providing programs for youth. Email me or at ahampton@lexingtonky.gov, or they can go to our website at partners4youth.org. And all of our programs are listed on that website as well.
Many urban county government meetings are still happening virtually, but we keep bringing you those live. Check out our website for the most accurate and up-to-date coverage of city business. And we also continue to keep you up to date on how the city is handling the pandemic via our official COVID-19 response site, including testing and vaccination sites. Simply click on the banner at the top of our home page. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter @LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. And a reminder that all city offices will be closed on Monday, May 31st in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.